Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sosa Sandhya. It's been a long time since I've posted, and I'd like to apologize for that. Anyways, the topic for today's episode is FLY. FLY stands for First Love Yourself. It's a simple initiative to prevent self hatred and to make people proud of who they really are. I started this when I was writing for my blog, and I searched to see if it already existed. Turns out it did exist, but it wasn't a well known motion. That's when I decided that I would make it one. People use it as a slogan, but it's not very popular and neither is it taken seriously. That's exactly what should change. The entire idea, as I mentioned earlier, is to prevent self hatred. This means it's reaching out to those people who are not necessarily pessimistic, but carry a wave of hatred for themselves. These kind of thoughts are forced onto people who are treated badly or people who feel like they're not supported by anyone. It's important to identify who these people are and show them that you care. Make them understand that you're there for them, and make sure that you always are. The beauty of the name is that it's an entire feeling on its own. What I mean to say is, when you respect yourself, you'll feel like you're flying in the air. It's almost like all the weight is lifted off of your back and you're literally floating. Once experienced, you'll never want to let go of it. That's why you continue loving yourself. You continue flying. Loving yourself for who you pretend to be is completely different. That wouldn't be respecting yourself. It's more of an act that would degrade your self confidence, and you'll never accept yourself for who you really are. That's exactly how fly relates to confidence, something I talked about in one of the previous episodes. Loving and respecting yourself doesn't mean you'll overcome all of your insecurities, but over time you will. Do you ever find yourself thinking, what's wrong with people? As in, not one particular person, but the entire human race, without differences in gender, caste, religion, creed, etc. Why are some people homophobic? Why are some xenophobic? Why do people hate on others who are the exact same species as they are? According to the history of evolution, you can differentiate between humans and apes. However, you can't do the same for human and human. Are y'all asking for war? Peace, tranquility, unity. Three words with deep meanings. Today's world brought down these words, demolishing them until they became meaningless. Why? No one knows. Maybe because we can't afford to see others happy? Whatever happens, the victims are blamed and questioned. We need to transform ourselves to people who find happiness in others' happiness. I'm not saying live for others and not yourself. All I'm saying is if everyone's happy, happiness will find its way to you. You just need to create a path for it to seek. The first step to that would be flying. First, loving yourself. Treat yourself just as you'd like others to treat you. Next, stop hating on others, yourself, animals, countries, religions, just anything. Stop hating. Thus, everyone will be happy, and as a result, happiness will flow towards you. A question that can be asked from all of this is how do I love myself when there's so many things that are bringing me down? Well, I will answer that in 10 points, and these 10 points will also be in the description, so you can take that down somewhere or write it and read it every day if you would like, and just remind yourself that you should love yourself for exactly who you are and not pretend to be someone else, and every part of you is important and should be loved, and you deserve so much of love. So these 10 points are, first, choose responsibility over blame. You should be responsible for your actions and don't blame others for your actions. And when blamed, act responsible and try to talk it out and get rid of the blame. Next, feed your talents and passion. Identify what your talents are and increase the level of how talented you are. Make yourself more talented and give attention to those talents. Bring it out, show your talent to the world. Start admiring your uniqueness. Everyone is unique, and if you admire it, you're not going to hate it, and that way you'll love it. Focus less on winning others' approval. It doesn't matter what other people think of you. What's important is what you think of yourself. So just focus on what you think of yourself and focus on loving yourself and totally ignore what other people think. Distance yourself from those who bring you down. All these people who tell you things like you don't deserve happiness, or who make you not love yourself, or who make you hate yourself, just ignore them, distance yourself from them, and stay away from them, because what they're saying is not right, and you deserve all the love in the world. Be patient with yourself. Don't be hard on yourself just because other people are being hard on you. And there is a lot of pressure on everyone. Just be patient and you'll get through it. Don't compare yourself to others. Get inspired and don't transform. Get inspired by other people's ideas. Don't copy them, and don't transform yourself into them by copying all of their ideas. Instead, transform yourself into someone who you really want to be, but at the same time, don't change your true attributes, and just identify your talents and all of your passion and feed them, just like I said in the second point. Start telling yourself what you love about you. If you tell yourself what you really admire and love about you, you'll start loving it more, and maybe even other people will start loving it. But that's not what matters. What matters is that you love it, and if you tell yourself that you love it, you're going to feel good about it. And the last point is to be open to yourself and others. Most importantly, be open to yourself, because what you tell yourself is more important than what you tell others, because if you're just trying to brush away what you really think by lying to yourself, then there's no respect that you have for yourself. So be open to yourself and be open to others as well. So, throughout this podcast episode, I talked about how you should love yourself. And if you have any questions about that, you can let me know in the comments down below. And if you have your own opinions, always tell me about it. You can talk to me about it in the comments section. Get in touch and we can have a good little conversation about it. Yeah, so I hope you guys liked this episode. And I'm really sorry for not posting for a long time. And I am working on more episodes, so they'll be brought to you soon. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode.